Hello, everyone. Hello. How's everybody doing? Let me pull myself up here. Have to refresh my page. There's my Thursday Night Live. Where is my coffee? It's way back here at the back of my table. How is everybody tonight? Let me find my chat. And I don't have a clue what she's doing. She's out there in the hallway slinging stuff all over the place, I reckon. I don't know what her dad's. Oh, Lord have mercy. If I'm live chat. Let's see who we got here. Hello, Chantel. Let me make sure. Can everybody hear me okay? First of all, can everyone hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hear me. Okay, Dipolar says yes. So let me run back up to the beginning of the chat box so I can say hi to everybody. Chantel, hello. Hi, Robert. Hey, Butter. Bevy. Her and Randy are chit-chatting about who got there first. I believe it was Chantel, and then Robert was second. Hey, Simply Hayden. Glad you're here. Stale Ramen. Who's the special guest? Bevy wants to know. I wonder who it is. Dipolar says, hi, everyone. I can only stay for a bit because of the Hanathon 1 challenge involving tweezers. What? Hey, Sarah Little. Hi, Gail Piercer. Shay is here. Hey, Shay. Danielle Boudreau. Hello, Diamond Queen. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Shay says she's waving. Oh, somebody asked her why her hands was up. Why does somebody think that it's Shay as the special guest? Hi, Nikki. Kristen Kell is here. Good evening. Crafting with Christy says I can hear you loud and clear. Love that tray. I'd stick that in my kayak. What are you talking about, Abigail? This tray? It's my half-size Muni-Made tray. Is that what you're talking about? Well, Sandra West is here. Hey, Sandra. Scarlett. I haven't seen you in a while, chick. How are you doing? Bev is working and lurking. Chantel says, how are all my girly girls doing? I'm doing good tonight. I have a special guest. Dipolar says we get points if we place with a tweezer for 10 minutes. I'm doing a round. I'm doing Mother Earth. Oh, wow. That'll be difficult with a round, right? That'll be difficult. All right. So does anybody have any clue who my special guest is? I did not leave a clue in the thumbnail image. I thought about leaving a clue, but the only clue I could think of off the top of my head, I think would have instantly given it away. So I just put a big pink question mark. So does anybody want to guess who it is? Hey, Cindy. Crafting with Shay says Christopher. Yes, Robert, I have my coffee. Thank you so much. Diamond Queen's guessing Abigail. Abigail says, hey, y'all. All right, so I'm going to keep you guys out of suspense and just bring my special guest in. First of all, well, Kel says she's clueless. Still, Ramen, you changed your name back. Did you just literally just do that because you were simply Hayden 2 seconds ago? Yeah, I'm so excited. First of all, this guest is someone who is like true blue. If you know how you talk about things being tried and true, like things that are tried and true. Like I've tried this diamond painting company is perfect. They're tried and true, which means you've tried them, they're true, blah 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 blah. I forgot to glue 3 my fingernails on. Oh my god. But anyhow, that is kind of like what, you know, that's this guest. This guest is tried and true. She has been here for a very long time. She's been very supportive of everyone in the diamond painting community. So I'm very excited to introduce my guest. And let's see. We're adding her in 3, 2, 1. Check it out. Check it out. Are you
Hi,
guys
y'all.
jealous?
Did anybody catch it?
I don't think
Hey,
anybody knows.
Randy.
Nobody knows. It's
Uh-huh.
Sandra.
Did we catch everybody with their pants down?
Oh my goodness, right? I'm so excited. Bev
Hi,
says,
Bev. I did
oh
poll
my
her.
God.
I was going to put Sandy there, but I said, if I went live with Bev, I'd probably put Sandy there. But this is what most people know me as, so.
Right?
Get out. No, stay here, Shay. Or you want me to get out? Did you want me to get out?
No, you're not going nowhere.
Okay.
Nowhere.
Okay.
Everybody is jacked, man. They're like, what?
Hi, Christy. Hi, Kristen Cal. Abigail. Hi,
I'm
Helen.
so excited. Hi, Helen.
Did you know everything's late on this thing? It's a bit
Oh,
of a
yeah, there's
delay,
a
right,
delay.
Jenny?
I forgot
I
to
just
mention
noticed
that
that.
there's always a delay, Sandra. So that's common.
Okay. I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right. So, I want to know, give me some hearts and some emojis if you're jealous that I have Sandra on my channel. Drop some hearts
Hi,
and
Robert.
emojis, some love for Miss Sandra because, yeah, I mean, who's jealous? I mean, I'm even jealous that she's on
Hi,
my
Scarlett.
channel.
There's Shay.
There,
I
yeah.
have to read. There they are. I'm sorry, Bev. It was really last minute. I was driving home from my aunt's house in Okmulgee, and I called her and said, Jenny, that offer's still good? And
Yeah,
she said,
I asked her.
sure.
I asked her earlier this week if she wanted to be a special guest on my channel, and she's like, well, and she mentioned, that sometimes she gets some headaches and they could just kind of come out of nowhere. And I was like, well, I won't have another guest. And if it's last minute, you change your mind, you're more than welcome. And she called me today. My phone rang and it said Sandra West. And I was like, oh, she's changed her mind.
Well, that's because I woke up without a migraine today. The rest of the week kind of was pretty bad with the weather and the storms. Shay and Randy know about all the storms been going through here because I'm just north of them, about 4 hours north of them.
Yeah. Well, I think that we've been getting a lot of rain too. Like we got a crap ton of rain, but it's spring. I guess that's what we're supposed to expect, right?
Well, we sent it your way. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think we got like
Let's
3.5 inches.
Oh, wow. I don't know how much we got. I don't have one of those like rain meters. What are those called?
The rain gauges, my aunt's got one. And since I was
Yeah.
just over there, I saw
Yeah, those
what
are
it
cool.
was.
Randy says she's been dealing with migraines too. Hey, Tia.
Yeah, sorry, Randy. Looks like Mariah's here too.
Oh, yep.
Hi, Mariah.
Hello. Hello, hello. Abigail says, what size is that light pad, Sandra? That's awesome. I'd stick that in my kayak. What's a kayak? Oh, Still Ramen, thank you for the super chat. Love
Bev,
you.
I don't always talk like this. It's because I'm talking to somebody who's got an accent, and that means mine comes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's out, sometimes it's not.
Oh, the first time Sandra and I ever talked, she said, I'm not making fun of your accent. She said, it's whenever I hear other people with the accent, mine comes out because she's, originally from the South.
My whole family's from Oklahoma, so now I live back here, but haven't been here. This is the first time I've lived here. I just used to visit here every summer with my grandparents and
Yeah.
stuff. I actually grew up in Delaware, but my blood's Okie. I got Okie blood.
Okie blood.
Mm-hmm.
We always talk about, I don't know if you watch basketball, like college basketball, but here, like, even though I live in Indiana, we're true blood Kentucky Wildcat basketball fans. And we always talk about how we bleed blue because, we are major Kentucky Wildcat fans.
Well, if you're wondering, I'm a Boomer Sooner fan.
Yeah.
Not Cowboys. Boomer Sooner. OU all the way.
Soon Butters says Abigail's kayak is going to be full. I need to know what's up with this kayak. What are we talking about? Oh, Stell Ramen says I have a thick Southern accent. I'm from Tennessee. From Tennessee.
Hey, Bev, do you like my Zocs?
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm trying to see the positive.
See the positive. Yep. Sandy, is that the Zocs?
It is the Zocs that you sent me. I just got like yesterday or the day before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abigail, for the super chat. She says, I love this and I love you both. Thank you, thank you, thank you, doll.
Thank you, Abigail.
And yes, please, Abigail, tell me what is up with the kayak. What's going on? I'm not in the zone here. I don't know what's going on. Pep says she just typed that as she saw it. The kayak. I don't understand. Do you know what they're talking about, Sandra?
No, I don't know. Did she get a kayak we don't know about?
I doubt it.
Well, we do have a lake very close here. You can go down to Lake Bixoma if you want. Lake Bixoma is right down the street. I'm in South Bixby, Oklahoma.
A little bit of an accent, even though I'm from Minnesota. My parents are both Southern, and they taught me how to talk. Wait, is in Minnesota or is that Montana? I get them confused. Mindy says you guys are always talking about stuff I'm clueless about, right? Except for today. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Mindy. Hi. Hey, Heather. Minnesota. Okay. I was like, what? Sometimes I get some of my states and initials confused. I'm gonna have to explain the kayak and emeralds and fairy lights. Hello. All right, so
I missed a mister there.
I'm going to pick a color, and then I'm going to let Miss Sandra here tell us her story. Yeah, I know, Mindy, right? Did you see Mindy's comment, Sandra?
I'm seeing some. It's tough to do both, isn't it?
It's not easy.
I'm going to have to put that down for a second. Does anybody know what I'm working on? First person to guess what I'm working on gets the first question.
Oh. I already know, so I can't guess.
Yeah. No guesses.
They'll be guessing. There's a lag. So give them. Okay, Beth
Oh,
says 5
Bev,
fireflies.
you cheated, Bev.
Uh, Butter says
I
that's what
think
I was
I
about
probably
to
told
ask. What
Bev.
are you working on, Sandra?
Bev is right. It is Flight of the Fireflies.
She's a cheater, pumpkin eater, ain't she?
Twirling. No, Abigail, we're not going there.
Oh no. Yeah, that's what Mindy was talking about. Whenever Mindy said, learn new things that don't know what people been talking about lately, and she finally heard about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Diamond Queen. Hey, Urelli. How many boyfriends have I had?
That's a
Did you
good
count?
question.
You count one night stands?
Oh Lord.
How about we'll just stick with marriages and we'll say two, but the first one didn't count, so I'll say one. The
Hey,
first one should not have counted as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, there you go.
Because
That's
I've been with Mike for 25 years this year.
that's crazy. Debbie W snuck in. Hello, Debbie W. And you're really
Hey,
um
Ruby Q. Ruby snuck in.
oh, there's Ruby. Hey Ruby Q, baby, I love you. Ruby Q. Abigail
I
says,
can't help it either.
my friend. Okay, so as far as the
Oh,
chat topic, Sandra, tell us your
what would
story
you like?
about how you started diamond painting and got into the whole thing.
Well, I've been cross stitching for quite a while, and I got hooked on Heaven and Earth designs, which is, if anybody knows, downright dangerous because all they have are full coverage projects that would take you about 10 years to do, and then you go and buy about 30 patterns and wonder when you're going to get to all of them.
Oh, wow.
But I was on a challenge. It was about in the summer of 2018, and I was doing a challenge in Heaven and Earth. We had to do 100 stitches a day for like 90 days, I think, or 100 days or something like that. And as I was doing it, I was looking at everybody's progress shots, and some of them were doing diamond paintings of images that Heaven and Earth had licensed. And they said, "Can we do the diamond painting too?" They said, "As long as it's a Heaven and Earth design license, then yeah, you can."
Hmm.
So that's where I first saw it, and I said, "What is this diamond painting stuff?" And the first thing I thought was, wait a minute, if I miss one, I don't have to unthread and rethread to go back and get a symbol that I missed, which you always do.
Yeah,
And that instantly attracted me right there.
that makes sense.
The first company I saw was Paint with Diamonds, which was pretty big back then. I know a lot of people were doing AliExpress, but I always had a real hard time on that website trying to check out, and the Chinese got me every time, and I just couldn't seem to make it work well. So I
Mm.
just stuck with Paint with Diamonds and lots of popping drills.
Ugh. That's the worst.
So I thought that was what it was supposed to be. I thought you always had to put washi tape around the outside. I thought you always had to cut your double sticky adhesive and try not to cut the mat and have your pick out a small drill or a big drill to fit the right spot so it doesn't pop out on you and
Yeah,
fix all the rivers and bubbles. I thought that was just part of what you had to do.
right.
Then I found Diamond Art Club and I discovered I didn't have to do that.
Hmm. I bet you were
Yeah,
like,
Randy. Hmm,
I bet you were like, wow, that's a huge difference.
it is. It's more relaxing too. I think I still have some cross stitch. I haven't gone back to it. It was right after that I had a couple surgeries that made it difficult for me to have glasses on. I had a lot of facial surgery and it was tough to wear glasses and the stitching got very hard because I
Mm.
had a lot of linen and smaller stuff. So I said, well, let me try this diamond painting thing. And I'm like, wow, these things are big. Most people complain they're small. And I'm like, that's a hell of a lot bigger than my little cross stitches. So I could do
Right?
this. and I found it was incredibly relaxing. So, and de-stressing for me. And I've done about, well, you want to guess how many I've done? I'll let you guess how many I've done.
How many diamond paintings?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So wait,
Hi,
first
Cynthia.
I need to know how many years that you've been diamond painting.
Well, summer of 2018 is when I started.
Okay, so we're coming
So
into
two and a
summer
half,
of 21,
2.5 years.
almost 3.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say 50 plus.
You're right.
How many on the nose though? How many on the nose?
Oh, your Rally's got it.
Oh, I need to go
I
back.
just finished 70 last night.
Wow.
I just
That's
finished my
great.
Rainbow Little Dragon Z. I
Oh,
sped up a lot. They were spread
oh,
out a bit.
sorry, Debbie. I just saw Debbie's super chat. Thank you so much. She says we need more poppy pics on Insta. Mm, I'll do that. I'll make sure to post more poppy pics on Insta. But thank you so much for that, Debbie. I appreciate it so much. What were you? Oh, and then another one, Dipolar. Oh my goodness, thank you, Dipolar. She says, with that shade of tray sitting on her, it looks like Mother Earth is trying to bare her chest. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
She's got a couple moles to get rid of, though, huh?
Whoopsie. Yeah, let me move that away. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine 70.
Well, I've done more now. The first couple years, the first year was probably a little slower. I'm on number 19 for this year right now.
For 2021?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've been going a little crazy.
That you have completed?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you have a list in front of you? Like, what have y'all completed? I know you did the Winnie the Pooh
My
one
journals.
for Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Tigger and the Groot, the clan.
Yeah, a lot of the tickers. I had a couple. I try to keep a snack going because I do have 2 places that I work. Up here on the easel is the big one, like that. And I have a lap table that I sit on the couch if I don't feel like sitting up.
Right.
Let me see. Yeah, there's 2020. Yeah, that's 2020, see? All the ones that are highlighted are done on that.
That's insanity.
Let's see. I finished 3 whips from last year. Flower Pot Bestie,
Yeah.
the Cheshire Cat, We're All Mad Here, which is from Dime Moon Shop. I had a little leftover paint with diamonds called Christmas Ball Reflection. Did Mischievous Wolf Grin from Dreamer Design. Rufus Hummingbird from Diamond Art Club. Sleeps with Butterflies from DIY Moon. Wildflowers on the Farm from Craftably. Starshine Snowman from Dreamer Design. Home Sweet Home Cats from DAC. Water Drop partial from Diamond Dots. Cherry Blossom Mountain partial from Diamond Dots. Winnie and Friend from Diamond Dots. Roly Poly Tiger. High Street Cats from Diamond Art Club. Colorful Kitty from Diamonds with Sparklers. I did a journal cover, cards, and Hello Darkness, a crystal canvas art.
Mm.
And Rainbow Little Dragon Z. That should do it.
Gosh. So that's
There's the
basically, you
journal.
might as well say 24 months into the year.
Yeah, there's the journal cover that I did. That's where a lot of the stuff is. I really like that.
Oh,
that was a lot of fun.
That's super pretty. I like that.
Yeah, this has the total number.
Now let me
All right,
ask you,
I've started 76. That doesn't mean I've finished them, but
the journal covers, can you like put new notebooks inside them, or once you're done, you have to throw the whole cover and everything away?
yeah, they're all sewed in. All the pages are sewed in.
Okay. I didn't know if it was one
Yeah,
of those
there's,
things that you could like slide the like front cover into one, like, you know what I mean?
yeah, no, this is sewn in right
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it's really nice. I've got all my diamond painting stuff up front. It's just a straight list. All the details are on my journal. That's my logbook. That's the diamond painting one from Jennifer Roberts. I've got hers.
Gotcha.
So I review every painting as my unboxing, and then the post review I've got in there for everything I've done
Yeah,
since that book came out.
Dipolar says 70 is amazing, but 19 is here. And then at like everybody's like blown away that you're already done 20. I know a minute ago Ureli was like a little crazy.
What?
TS says, how many did she say?
Needless to say, I diamond paint a lot.
mm. Dipolar says Tigger and the Clan sounds like a really bad kid's book. I love Tigger. Tigger was always my favorite when I was a teenager. I love Tigger. Randy wants
T-I-double-G-R.
to know if you prefer round or square.
I don't like doing one for very long. I need to switch back and forth. I do squares because I like the popping and I
Yeah.
like them fitting. I like the detail,
Hmm.
but I need a break from squares and then I do rounds and I realize, man, this is quick.
Right. Yeah. That's
I have a life. It's diamond painting, Phyllis.
oh right. There's I mean, that's diamond painting is life.
Well, I don't have a job anymore, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I had a I had my own gardening business for 15 years until I physically could not do it anymore.
Yeah. She gave me a lot of really good advice 2 or 3 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. About some gardening because I just had some, I think I'd mentioned something about it with chat about the flower bed around my house. But anyway, I had no idea that. I mean, I think that I had remembered she had said something about it, but you know, how it is sometimes things stick in your head, and sometimes they don't. But um, let's see if anybody else has any more questions. Mindy says she's tracking hers this year. Um,
Yeah. I'm just one of those people that focuses so much on the details they don't see the but I just like recording. I
yeah,
can't see the forest for the trees sometimes because I get so deep into the numbers and details, but I'm just an organized kind of person. I like lists actually. I like lists.
that's how I am. I'm a list maker, and I usually laugh and make fun of myself because I'll say that I make lists of lists.
Yeah, I have a list of lists. Yeah.
Oh, but the problem is that I tend to be that one kind of person that has all the lists, but then spends too much time in the details to actually do the thing. And so it's like nothing gets done because I'm too much of a perfectionist. And so if I know it's not going to turn out right, then I'm like, okay, then I'm not even going to start. So it just depends on the circumstance or the situation. But yeah.
I've got a question for you, Jenny. If you're a
Uh,
list person, if you have a list, you look at it, you don't feel like doing any of those things, you do something else, do you put it on your list just so you can cross it off?
100%. Yes.
It's the only way you get credit.
Right. Absolutely. And another thing is I will put like I have on my to-do list, I have like a personal, like the left side of my to-do list is personal and the right side is like YouTube,
Hmm.
and I try to make sure that I do the personal things before I do the YouTube things. And my personal things is things like just to make it easy on myself, okay? Drink water, take medicine, do this, do that. Well, but I always make sure, like devotional, like I make sure my devotional time is on my to do list. Things that I know I want to do, especially like the drinking water and taking the medicine. I'm going to do them anyway, but put them on a list. It feels good to mark them off.
There's a couple things that I do so I put it on the list and I mark it off. And by the time I get to mark it off, I got to put it back on the list so I don't get to mark it off.
Right.
Like the litter boxes and cleaning the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
There's some things that are like permanently have a permanent spot on the to do list, but you just mark them
Yeah.
out and then put them on the next day.
Cynthia, I do see your question. Just before it goes off screen there, I did see it. I didn't have a nursery. I actually had a gardening business where I went and did residential gardens. Usually end up taking out a bunch of grass and then put in some plants. I perennials and shrubs mostly. I didn't do a lot of trees or big stuff, but it started in 2002 in Denver, the year of the worst drought they ever had, and I did dry landscapes, and that seemed to be what people wanted. And that was perfect. So that's what I did.
That's so cool. My
It
bro-
was a lot of fun. I met so many great people.
my brother used to work for greenery or a greenhouse around here, landscaping. Um, they had a greenhouse, but then they also did landscaping. And so he worked for the guy that had the business. And my brother would be the one to like go out and do all the like cutting the trees out or digging stuff up and getting stuff, cleaned out to be ready to be planted or whatever. But
Yeah.
dipolar, real quick, you said you did a journal for your dad, but need to do one for you. You like the idea of listing yours in there. Might have to pick one out and do it for smashing the specials. That's a good idea. I don't have any specials, which is really weird, right? I mean, you would think out of everything I have that I would have a special, but I'm not big into them. But I just never do them. But I want to do smashing the specials this year. So I'm going to have to find some special stuff.
Did you see Miranda's swirly blue tree with special diamonds?
Oh, no.
I think she just put it on there. She was working on it. I can't remember where she got it from. But I've got several of those little boxes. They're sort of like fabric, but with cardboard in them, so you can fold them up or stick them up and put them in these little cubey shelves. They're like a foot square,
Oh, yeah.
and they're those really pretty swirly trees.
Mm,
They're kind of modern art looking.
right. Right.
And there's some company that's got a set of four. There's a red one and a yellow one and a blue one. There's like one for every season.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking about doing those.
I've seen those like metal tin like clocks. Those are pretty. And then Lori, One Fun Diamond Painter, she's been doing some really pretty. I think she just did a clock one. And then she did one from Dreamer Designs. Did you see that? It was shoot. I think it said Dream Big on it or something. It was like a dream catcher, but it had a lot of special drills with that, and it came from Dreamer Designs. It was very odd but very pretty, and I like that one.
Yeah, Cynthia, it was very relaxing. The problem was I got into it because I love the garden part of it and the flowers, and I love teaching. I absolutely loved mentoring a lot of the employees, and that's more what I felt like than a boss, was more like a mentor, which was great. And I had usually average about 6 employees. Once it was up to 12.
Wow.
But being able to teach them things was great for me. But then I had to go home and do the business end of it. And that's where I stank.
Well, that's because
I'm not a
that's
business person. I'm a gardener.
right, right. And that's the bad thing about when you own your own business. Sometimes you got to have somebody that does the book end deal of it. You know what I mean?
Well, I still ended up working till midnight about every night after working 12 hours in the field doing estimates and billing and designs and stuff like that. So it just
Yeah.
got exhausting. My migraine started getting worse. My employees started hollering at me for not sitting down when I had a migraine. I'd keep pushing and working, and they'd holler at me.
Oh no. Miserable, I would imagine. Let me see.
Dipolar, what exactly are you doing? Tweeze around for points?
Yeah, she's doing the
That does
Hanathon.
sound weird.
She's doing the Hanathon, and one of the challenges I know that Beth and Brandy from Mystery Diamonds are doing some sort of like special challenges for the event, and apparently one of them is in order to get extra points for the giveaways, they have to spend a solid 10 minutes using just tweezers to place their drills. They can't use pins. They can only use tweezers. And she's got a round. So it's
Oh my
impossible
gracious.
to use tweezers on rounds.
I was part of the Rocky Mountain Diamond Painters when I was back in Denver, and there was someone we used to get together every 3 months in Pueblo, um, Grand Junction, Denver, wherever. And there's one person who would only tweeze. She'd only use tweezers, and she just would not use a pen. I'm like, I do not have the patience for that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I want to enjoy myself, and I understand taking the time to enjoy yourself, but that right there, that's like watching paint dry. I can't do it.
It was torture for me. She can even multi-place that way, and I'm like, well, you go right ahead.
Mystery can multi-place with tweezers. She's really good with tweezers, but
Wow.
I try to do like 3 or 4 of them, the squares with the tweezers, and they just fly everywhere. I can't do it. I'm like, nope.
No, I don't, Robert. I
She
do
does
not
have
have
an
a channel, no.
Instagram. If you follow on Instagram, Bev B, will you do me a please big favor and grab Sandra's Instagram link and post it? I don't know. Do you have your profile set up as public or private, Sandra?
It's got to be public because people keep joining it.
Okay. I didn't
People are
know.
following me.
Uh,
Chantel, I think I saw that you lived in Colorado. I can't remember where in the mountains. I think you're southwest of Denver out there, I think. Or were we in Loveland? I can't remember, but I do remember seeing that you were in Colorado.
my brother always
I
wanted me to
can't.
live in Montana.
I'm on my iPad. Bailey, there you go. I couldn't think of the name of the
Oh, here
town.
I can get it. I can open up a new tab and go to Instagram and grab it. Um,
If you live in Bailey, I guess you say I'm somewhere near Evergreen. Just go a little farther.
is it Sandra?
I
Yep,
think
there you
it's
go.
Sandra West under IG.
Yep. Okay. Copy. But yeah, follow Sandra on Instagram because she's doing a little series of sorts. Tell them about it, Sandra.
Yeah, I'm going to start May 1st. I'm not sure how many a day I'll put up, but I'm going to put up all of my completions. Yes, all 70. Probably like 3 a day or something. It's going to take a little while. You're going to have to convince me to put up my whips. That's going to be a little harder. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want you to know how many whips I have.
So you're
I
one of
mean, some I.
those two.
Hmm?
You're one of those serial whip starters.
Well, if I do, I diamond paint on the ones that speak to me at the time. So if the one I'm doing isn't speaking to me that particular day, then I'll go kit something else up. I love kitting up. So I've got about 6 of them kitted up that aren't started. So
Yeah.
I know which ones I'm doing next, but
I like kitting up. I just don't like kitting down. And eventually you have to kit down if you want to kit something up, right?
yeah, I'm trying to find a way to make that easier on me because I
Mm-hmm.
do have 2 big cabinets where I keep my extras, one for squares and one for rounds.
Um, Oh, what I was
So
going to
as
say
I,
though is my brother
hmm
always wanted to live in Montana. He loved Montana, and but whenever he was coming through, he was in the Marine Corps, and when he was on his way back home from, um, I think it was Korea. I don't remember, but anyway, whenever he was traveling back from wherever he landed in the States, the first thing he wanted was a Big Red, which is a soft drink.
really?
Yeah, but nowhere. He said he stopped at every drive through probably half of the country trying to find a Big Red, and nobody had them. They were looking at him like, "What are you talking about? But we don't have nothing around here called Big Red." And oh, he said he was just dying for a Big Red, and he was also dying for my mom's biscuits and gravy. And he finally said it was like Kentucky before he finally got a Big Red. And the very first thing mom had, it was like 3 in the morning when he got home. I remember because I was little, and I remember mom waking me up, and it was like 3 in the morning when he got home, and mom cooked him biscuits and gravy at 3 in the morning. But um, yeah, Big Red is a soft drink around here. That's it's red. I mean, it's red pop. It kind of has like a, I don't know. It's a sweet soft drink. I really don't even know what the flavor is, but it's yummy.
If it's red, it should have like cherry flavor or something, right?
Well, it's not
You
cherry
would think.
at all. Somebody help me out if
Not
you
like
know.
this. There's my caffeine. There's my coffee, coffee, coffee right there. Not sponsored.
Caffeine, caffeine, caffeine. Big Red soda flavor. I'm gonna Google it. It has more of like a, I don't know. Some people say it kind of reminds them of like bubble gum. Um, Says the drink is highly popular in the southern U.S. and is well known for its unique taste and red color. Its flavor, though often thought to be bubblegum, is created by mixing orange and lemon oils with traditional vanilla used in other cream sodas. Yeah, it's yummy, yummy. Oh, Dr. Pepper makes it. So,
Oh, maybe it's another. Sometimes they change the name of the same soda because they market it different in different places. Maybe it's just that version of Dr. Pepper or something.
yeah, I don't know. But it's good stuff. So, let's we found out that Dr. Pepper is your favorite drink. What is your favorite food or snack?
So you had to go and say biscuits and gravy, and now I'm craving that. So it depends on when you ask me.
Well, now earlier tonight you had the goulash for dinner, and I told you I'm stuck with a salad.
Goulash and garlic bread. Yeah, my husband cooks. Yay! It
Yeah.
was really good. Had red and sweet red and yellow peppers in it. Vodka sauce. It was delicious.
Oh, sounds so good.
I grew up loving macaroni and cheese. That used to be my go-to. I don't know if I have a go-to anymore. I'm one of those cereal snackers, and then I'll have one thing and I'll have it all the time, every day until I get sick of it. And that's
Mm.
just about the time my husband's finished stocking up the pantry full of it. Then I switch to something else. Right now it's pirate booty.
Oh, that's I've heard that, but I've never had it.
Pirate booty's good. It's imagine a Cheeto, a curled, not the crispy ones, but the regular U-shaped
Let's-
curved ones that doesn't get your fingers all orange and has more corn than cheese.
Ooh.
That's basically what it is.
I just put those on 3 and what is wrong with me? And they're obviously not black, right? What is my deal? I was just doing the 310s, or the 310s, and then I go and plop all these skin colored from her face DMC 948 on the 310s over here. Not
Probably busy talking. and checking live. How do you do all three things at once? I
It,
have no idea how you
it,
gals do this.
it's
I really
difficult.
don't.
It's actually easier when it's just me because all I do is watch the chat,
Hmm.
But when I have other people on, I want to talk more with them than what's in the comment. However, I do have to tell you that Beverly says she has never had biscuits and gravy.
Oh, well, that's just a sin right there.
I know it.
See, my mother loves to tell this story that my grandmother told her, you can't marry my dad until you've learned how to make biscuits and gravy the right way.
Mm-hmm. My mom taught my
So,
husband how to make gravy. And he makes those big cat head biscuits. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever heard them be called cat head biscuits?
no.
They're basically drop biscuits. But
Okay.
they're not pretty on top. They're like, you know what I mean? Like they're just
Drop biscuits that are smoothed over so they don't look like drops.
right.
Oops, I'm sorry. I bumped you
They're
guys. Sorry.
yummy.
Okay, Shay doesn't like it, huh?
Shay don't like what?
I think pirate booty, she said it tastes like styrofoam. Are you talking about pirate booty, Shay?
Yeah, it's like styrofoam. She says. Oh, Crashly's here. Hey, Crashly.
That's not someone at the door. I'm just knocking my diamonds down.
Mm.
I'm looking for one that's probably underneath my phone right now that I have set up. I guess I won't do that color.
Heather wants
I'll
to
pick
know,
another
is
color.
biscuits and gravy the same as SOS? You never had Heather? Are you
No, it's
being
significantly better.
serious? I have to ask if she's being serious.
Bye, stale ramen.
Basically, the
Even if you don't
difference
see
is
me.
the shingle is bread. It's toast. So, but biscuits and gravy, I guess that's kind of like
It tastes a lot better because the biscuits are all fluffy if they're good,
right.
and the gravy should have a little bit of a kick, some pepper, and I like a little sausage in mine.
Yeah. Well, I like sausage in mine too.
You know, my husband learned how to make it, and I am so glad he did.
Shay says pirate booty. It's like the packing peanuts.
It could look like it, but I don't think it tastes like it.
Oh, Heather's never had either. You've never had biscuits and gravy?
Oh my gracious, what you guys are missing? You got to come down south.
They don't have biscuits and gravy up north. I know, Heather. I forget where you're from.
It's a staple.
Yeah. Robert's gluten free, and so is Randy. Well, I know that there are gluten free options for biscuits, but
I don't know if they're as good.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't know how good they are, but I do not know. Do you like seafood at all? Are you into seafood, Sandra?
Yeah, Mike makes some really good salmon fillets every once in a while.
Oh,
And my uncle used to make the best catfish nuggets you imagine. He catches catfish out in their pond,
yeah.
and he fries them up so good they're like candy. They're
Mm,
delicious.
he's
And trout, Colorado rainbow trout almondine. I like that.
Oh, or Heather says I'm from Pennsylvania. I've heard of it. I think my husband eats it, just never have had it. My husband, he always liked the SOS, the crap on a shingle. But his mom was a killer cook. I mean, she could throw down in the kitchen.
I
That's
avoid the
how I learned
kitchen.
to cook.
Shay and I avoid the kitchen, right, Shay?
Mhm.
Let the men do it. If they want to do it, go for it.
I avoid the
I
kitchen.
married a good cook.
I don't know. I can make a few things like meatloaf. You were talking about the salmon.
Yeah.
I love salmon patties.
Those are good.
Yum. My mom would fry a pan of salmon patties, and usually, like, before she could even get all the patties done and on a plate to serve, they were already gone. Because one kid would come by and grab one as soon as it was done. Another kid would come grab another one. And it was like they never even made it onto an actual plate to eat.
Sounds like when my mom used to bake bread.
Mm,
It just, as soon as it came out of the oven, it went into my mouth. Got slathered in butter.
yum. You ever heard of monkey bread?
Yeah, the pull apart stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it, especially when it's covered in cinnamon.
Oh my God. I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
I have a peanut butter gene too. I don't know if I mentioned that when you asked about snacks, but I definitely have a peanut butter gene.
Mm.
Whether it be Girl Scout cookies or peanut butter on crackers, Nutter Butters, you name it.
You know, I still have not found those stupid tasty cakes.
No.
I
I told you I found them on Amazon. Just send me your address. I'll send you some.
cannot.
I love them.
They didn't have them. My Walmart said they were in stock, but they weren't. He came home the other day with something from it that said Tasty Cakes on it, but it was little. It was like a little cup of like cookies, like Easter cookies. Those were really
Tasty
good.
cake are spongy. They're real spongy yellow sponge cake and a slab of peanut butter on top and then dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, that's nuts. See, like if it's peanut butter and chocolate,
Night,
I'm
Abigail.
game. I'm like on it.
hmm Are you a Reese's fan?
Oh my God.
Reese's peanut butter cups? Reese's.
Yes.
I have that
Anything
and Kit
Reese's.
Kats in the freezer.
Yeah. Anything Reese's, I'm all over it. And I actually love it whenever Halloween and Easter come because the little jack-o'-lanterns or the little pumpkins and the little Easter eggs, do you notice they're thicker than a normal Reese's cup?
Are they? I hadn't noticed.
Yes.
I probably eat them too quick to notice.
Best
Hi,
stuff
Lonnie.
ever.
My cats are roaming around my feet going, hey, isn't it treat time?
Oh.
Yeah, someone else has got to walk the dog tonight. She gets walked at 9:30, so I think my husband's getting ready to take her for a walk.
Oh,
At least she's not
Abigail said
whining.
she's got to go. She's leaving. She's probably going to bed. Good night,
I'll believe
Abigail.
it. I'll believe it when I don't see your name 10 minutes from now.
Oh.
It's
Hopefully
hard
she
for her to
brings
get in
some
bed
to
and
the
stay in bed.
retreat. Um, I want to watch
Susie Whatsits?
Handmaid's Tale too.
I love whatchamacallits.
Oh my
I
God,
love
those.
those, Heather. They are so good. See, now y'all making me hungry. I thought I was full, but now I'm not.
There's a little store that was up the road from where we lived. Um, and my sister Mickey was younger. Of course, I wasn't even alive then because I think Mickey's 15 years older than me. Mickey was a kid. Well, they had pulled up to that store, and Mom was gonna get some gas, and like it was just like a little gas and convenience store, and it was a treat. They were gonna get a candy bar and a pop. And she's like, "What do you want?" And my brother said what he wanted. And then she's like, "What do you want, Mickey?" And Mickey's like, "I want a whatever to drink and I want to watch him call it." And my mom was like, "I ain't got time to fool around, Mickey. What is it you want?" And she said, "I want to watch him call it." And my mom was like,
they're
"If you don't
they're
tell me what it
good.
is you want, you're not going to get anything." And she's like, "But that's what it's called. It's called a watch him call it." They went on and on forever. And finally,
Oh, it's delicious.
those
They're
were
really good.
good. I always
Crispy
like
rice,
those. Yeah,
little caramel.
they got the crispy rice on them inside, and then
Mm-hmm.
the Fifth Avenue candy bars.
Not as big into those.
They kind of remind me of like a Butterfinger, but not as like crunchy as a Butterfinger. I always thought those were good too.
I gotta find a Who's You What's It's. If
Yeah, I've
that's,
never
I
heard
mean,
of
I
never heard of it. My mom, or not my mom made them, but my mother-in-law, she would make they were basically chicken and dumplings, but she called them chicken and noodles. But she would make her noodles, but they weren't what I consider noodles. Noodles is like spaghetti noodles, you know. But hers were like long strips of like dumplings. They were like dough, you know. But they were
hmm.
so good. So
Boy, it's a good thing I ate before I came onto this life. I'd
good.
be salivating by now.
Yeah, and then I have a salad to look forward to. I didn't
I'm sorry. Tell you what, you call me at 2 a.m. and we'll have some snacks, okay?
okay.
And we're both awake.
I'll be messaging you saying, you know what, that bowl of cereal sounds really good right now.
I got some blueberry checks. It's pretty good.
Mm.
I love blueberries.
I like blueberry flavored things, but I don't like actual blueberries. That's weird, I know.
If you give me one of those containers of blueberries from the store, I'll sit down and eat the whole thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like the flavor of blueberry, but I don't like actual blueberries. I'm the same way with cherries too. I don't like actual cherries, but I like cherry flavored stuff.
Cherries are kind of tart. I need maraschino cherries work because they're sweet. Because I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Big one. Real big one.
Jill says need to learn how you girls do your nails. These are just the glue on ones.
Oh, you mean these lovely
It's
nails?
3 on this hand.
These are easy. I could show you how to do those.
uh, just grow them out. You got pretty hands.
I used to have no nails at all because of the gardening.
Mm.
So I'm not used to growing them long at all. They always get in the way. But now I need a little bit just so I can pick up my diamonds when I mess with them and try to move them around.
Shay says, how about a Butterfinger Blizzard from DQ? I'll take any kind of Blizzard from DQ right now. I'm starving and I would like something sweet. So I'll just have
Oh,
a big of my coffee.
well, I tell you, the Reese's, what do they call it? The Reese's special or something? It had Reese's Pieces and Reese's peanut butter cups and peanut butter syrup. And that about killed me with love right there.
Where'd you get that
It
from?
was
DQ?
delicious. That was DQ, yeah.
Wow.
So good.
I used to always get a Reese's peanut butter cup Blizzard, but I would tell them to put a couple of squirts of peanut butter into the soft serve.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like instead of plain white soft serve, it was peanut butter, basically flavored ice cream with the Reese's cups in it. Oh my god, it was so good.
Mm. Well, we don't have a lot of Dairy Queens. We've got Brahms here in Oklahoma, and let me tell you, they are really good. I think I'm going to go for the cherry chocolate chip that's in the freezer right now when we get off. It's got maraschino cherries.
Mm.
It's really good.
When I was little at the Dairy Queen, I'd always get like the hot fudge sundae, or this was back before blizzards were even a thing. But I would get like a hot fudge sundae, or I would get the peanut buster parfait. But when I
Oh,
was
yeah, that's
little, I would
good.
get so mad because the peanuts had the skin on them. And oh my God, when I was little, it killed me. I couldn't stand that.
It sticks between my teeth. I don't like it.
Yeah. But
It's like eating popcorn. You love the popcorn, you hate the hulls.
yep. You're
I
like,
love popcorn.
me too. But it's like, no matter how much you brush and floss, it's still like the next day you're like, ooh, found another hole.
Yeah, just take a pick around with you everywhere.
I do. I keep those floss picks like handy. I have floss picks in my purse. I have them at my desk where I diamond paint. I got them. I
See,
have
Randy's
one.
got taste. Randy likes Reese's Blizzard. That's good. See, when I come down to Dallas, we'll go to Dairy Queen and we'll get a Blizzard or two.
Mm.
I'm not that far from Dallas. I'm just straight north, pretty much. About 4 hours.
You ever tried, Randy? Have you ever tried, or you, Sandra, for that matter, the Reese's Pieces Blizzard?
Yes.
Oh my! I can't do it. I can't do it. Or the M&Ms, like the M&Ms one. It's like the actual candy, like is frozen and so cold. I feel like my teeth are going to break off.
Well, considering I keep Reese's Pieces and Kit Kat and peanut butter cups in my freezer, it works for me. Frozen chocolate and peanut butter is better than when it's sitting out and soft.
Mm.
Tastes a lot better frozen.
Oh, Jill said, I think the trick to good salmon patties is to use garlic Ritz crackers. That's cool.
That sounds good too.
Yeah. Never tried that. Oh, I always just use flour and cornmeal and seasoning, like just salt and pepper, some onions. A girlfriend of mine used to put like green peppers chopped up in her salmon patties, and I was always like, ew. Now I wouldn't mind it, but when I was younger, no, I didn't like that.
Yeah, Randy, mint chocolate chip was my favorite flavor growing up. Breyer's mint chocolate chip.
Mm. Okay, let's get off the subject of food. I'm dying here.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about something besides food.
Somebody else got
Your
another
salad's
question
just not going to take very good.
Somebody else got another question for gummy bears in your ice cream, Kel?
Ew,
I don't know
I
how I
don't
feel
think
about
so.
that. I would have to try it. Bev says I'm still here just listening and dime painting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let's see. Let's think of another question. Another question. Um,
Chantel, if I go back to Colorado, I'll stop by and see you, okay? Next time I go back to Denver. She wants me to go there
ah,
instead of Buddha down south.
butter, butter. So I know that you've diamond painted for a long time. How long have you
Yeah.
actually been watching YouTube diamond painting?
Only
How did
about
you
6 months.
find
I
it?
just started once I moved out to Oklahoma in October. It was a little after that that I discovered y'all.
How did you come across it?
By accident, I think. Diamond painting with Donnie, or diamond painting with Donnie was the first one I saw.
Yeah,
And I don't even know who did I see next. Was it Rachel? It was either Rachel or Miss Coffee, I
right.
think. And I started seeing people in there. I don't know how it sort of snowballs. You don't
Right.
realize how it happens. You start watching one or two, and then I've got about a dozen that I regularly follow now. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And here's how I found it. I didn't know anything about YouTube. Well, I mean, I knew about YouTube, but not the diamond painting community. But I had Googled, thank God for my pop and drill Huracan, to be honest.
oh,
Because I had gotten an
Drill
owl.
Mageddon.
Yes, I had gotten an owl diamond painting square from Huracan, and it was, the drills were popping. And so I didn't even know that it was that popping drills were like a term, you know? And so I Googled, and I can't remember what I Googled, but it was something like how to keep drills from popping off the canvas, or how to keep something, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
somehow or another, I wound up on, how Google sometimes will like randomly show YouTube videos as a search thing, it'll like
Yeah.
as a suggestion or whatever. And something popped up and it showed YouTube and it was a video and I was like, ooh, there's a video about diamond painting. And then lo and behold, I found that one and then there was more and then more and then more. The very first one I ever found was Rachel. And then from her I found Mrs. Coffee. And then it just,
Snowballed.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess it was before I started watching y'all on YouTube and got connected with the community. I was still diamond painting for the first 2 years with my little pink and blue pans with the squishy. I actually made my own squishy because it was before they offered squishies when I first started. Made
Right.
my own squishy, my gripper from Office Depot, and single placed only. That's the only thing I did. And that's why I'm doing so many more this year. I just learned to multi-place this year.
I bet you're like, wow, I wish I would have known about this 2 years ago.
I'm flying now. That's why I got 20 done.
Right. Oh gosh. I don't know. I fell in love with diamond painting. It was like I did the very first one I ever did was a 4-pack from Amazon. I got a 4-pack and it was little mandalas, like 25 by 25. They were literally like this.
Mm-hmm.
They were teeny tiny. And I did one or two and I was like, if I like this, then I'll buy more because there were so many cute ones on Amazon. Um, and this was way before I ever had any idea about stolen artwork or anything like that. But
Yeah, I didn't know either.
so I just did those 4 little man. After the first one I did, I was over. I was done. I was like, oh, this is it. I'm in trouble. This is going to be a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Well, only when you see my stash and then my husband sees another one of those boxes, he knows exactly what those size boxes are. Even if they don't say Diamond Art Club, he knows.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You got another one?" I'm like, "Well, I finished one last night, so I can buy another one, right?" And he's looking up at the cabinets going, 1, 2, 3. I think I've got about 30 Diamond Art Clubs and about half a dozen moons, and I've got about a dozen on order that are back ordered or pre-ordered.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like
I went a little nuts.
it's not a bad. I mean, it's a habit, but it's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a bad habit. Of course, we do spend money on them, but if you're not spending it there, you're spending it on something else. And
Well, could be more dangerous.
right.
Not dangerous diamond painting.
No, and it's uh therapeutic for me, and I know it is for you, and I know it is
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
yeah. In addition to the physical stuff that limited my work, I started getting a lot of mental issues because I got so fried.
Yeah.
So it really did help with the depression and anxiety. Are you coming up, hon? You want to come up say hi? Tessa, Tessa, come here. She's sniffing at the tablet. Come here, hon. Do you want to be on YouTube, kiddo? Come here. Come here. Ugh. There you go, Tessa. Say hi. Tessa. There you go. There's my helper right there.
Oh,
She's my little helper. She sits on my
pretty.
shoulders while I diamond paint. So
God love. You love
she's
you,
a
Mama.
sweetheart. How am I enabling you, Shay? Just by sending you pretty pictures of new mermaids?
I'm confused about what Cynthia and Jill are talking about. I've missed something, a conversation there.
Uh, Cynthia got scammed out of diamond paintings, $90 a diamond painting.
Hmm. Uh,
It's hard to keep it up. Is that what you're talking about, Shay, the mermaids?
no, she posted a bunch of mermaids.
Yeah, I did. They just released some new Anna Dittman. Tessa, are you going to go over and say hi to the people? You want to say hi
Oh,
to
in
the
one of the
people?
D stash groups.
Oh,
Gotcha.
really? I'd only get a D stash from the. I've only seen one from Rachel and Miss Coffee. Would you get your butt out of there?
Kitty kitty.
Your other side looks better, hun.
So cute. Oh,
I should get back to diamond painting, huh? Take a break every once in a while when you're talking too. I guess I had to change colors. Nope, I'm still on this one.
um, let's see. So you found in or YouTube. Has it really only been 6 months? It feels like it's been so much longer than that.
Well, end of last year, I never looked at YouTube when I was in Colorado. I did have the Rocky Mountain Diamond Painting group that I was talking with, and that was the only Facebook group that I had. And once my stress levels got exceedingly high, I cut out Facebook and all the news things and just everything that could possibly stress me out. So I sort of isolated myself a bit, which
Yeah.
I know my family didn't appreciate, but
Well,
I
sometimes
was
you gotta do
stressed
what you
out
gotta
and
do.
yeah. And while I was sitting by myself, this is what I did all the time.
Yeah.
One diamond at a time.
One diamond at a time.
Eventually it gets done. There's no schedule. I put stress on myself sometimes because there's a lot of them that I've gifted. I've probably gifted about a quarter of them, maybe a third, the ones that I've done.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then my
haven't.
husband's like, that's relaxing. You're not supposed to push yourself. Yes,
That's
dear.
true. That's true. And you know what? I love to cross stitch. I'm not great at it, but I enjoy doing it. And I restarted cross stitch back. I did a Halloween one, and it turned out really, really good. And I haven't done one since, but it felt good to do that one. You know, it had been like probably 15 or 20 years since I cross stitched.
I've got several cross stitch whips, and that's an understatement.
Yeah.
The ones that I did finish were probably a lot of the perf paper, Mill Hill buttons and bees ones that are mostly holiday things. They've got tons of Christmas and Halloween. I don't like the holiday Halloween, but I love all the crafts surrounding it.
Yeah. Um, I like a lot of the like cross stitch styles are still like they were so many years ago. There's like a lot of like primitive home decor, a lot of like salt box houses, crows,
Yeah,
1890 sort of, you know what I mean? I love that
yeah.
kind of stuff. And but the one I picked
Got a
out to do was a bright and colorful Halloween scene, and I enjoyed it a lot. I got it from I think 123 Stitch. Is that what it's called?
yeah. 1, 2, 3 cross stitch.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 stitch. That's where you can get a lot from. I had a stitching store in Denver that I went to, or in Lakewood, right around the corner from my house, and I got started on cross stitch and then started doing some canvas work, and then I did tamari, which most people have never heard of, but I'll put some pictures up on Instagram because most people don't know what a tamari ball is. But I did that
Yeah.
nonstop for about a year. I made about 100 of them.
Oh wow.
No, 200 of them.
What are they?
Well, they look like stitched balls. They're most of them are around 3 inches. They're Japanese. They're Some people can start with a styrofoam center, but the old-fashioned ones, which is what I did from the 16th century, you start with rice hulls in like a nylon stocking. Then you wrap it with thick yarn, and you get thinner and thinner yarn as you wrap, and you keep turning, wrap, turn, wrap, turn, wrap to keep it round
Yeah.
until you finally get thread, and then you wrap it with thread. Then once you get it all nice and firm and round, then you mark it with just a piece of paper, not even a measuring tape. You can just use a piece of paper, and you mark different divisions, and you just start stitching on the ball.
Hmm.
I'll put some up on Instagram.
That sounds really cool. Do you do embroidery too?
I did when I was a kid, but I haven't done any as an adult.
My mom
I
tried to
used to do
teach me
that.
how to do it, and could not. I just could not do it. I think because I think if you, when you do embroidery, you don't actually knot, like there's not a knot that goes, like you know how you start with cross stitch. There's a knot.
I
There
do in a way.
do that with embroidery, right?
I haven't done it for so long. I don't know if I could tell you. It's been so long.
But I always remember asking my mom, I'm like, but isn't that just going to pull right on out? And she's like, no, not after you make 2 or 3 good stitches, you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. But maybe because I didn't do an actual kit. My mom did a lot of freehand stuff, you know?
Yeah, my mom did a lot of embroidery. She was doing Brazilian embroidery when we left Denver, which is incredibly complicated. It's three-dimensional
Mm.
that she's been doing. She's actually taken up adult coloring, and she used to do a lot of sketching, a lot of coloring when she was younger. And I introduced her to YouTube, and she's like, wow, there's this whole group of people who do adult coloring and teach you how to blend and shade. And I'm like, yep. So now she's got her little YouTube community too.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is.
Bev, you know what Tamari is, huh? Yeah, it's great that, whoops, why did it stop?
Why did what stop?
My the tablet, it stopped on my tablet for some reason.
Oh.
I was trying to read something and it left. Night, Randy. Where's Randy? Is she going? Night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Here we go.
Um,
Yeah, I wanted mom to have something to do. She moved here with us. She was living in her own apartment in Denver, and she's 78 now, and she's got some issues, and I got some issues. So now we're all under the same roof. We got double the space that we had in our little tiny house that mom never could have moved into in Denver.
oh,
We got a lot more space to spread out, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper out here.
right. I can imagine. Isn't it funny
It
how
really is.
one place it costs this much, and then somewhere else in the same country now, it's
Yeah,
half as much. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I knew when we moved out here, I didn't want to be in a city or in city limits. I wanted to be out in the boonies like my Aunt Carol was, or she still is. She's in Okmulgee, and she's outside of every town. And I said, that's what I want to do, be out so we could watch the sunset and the birds and not have traffic and kids and everything outside or next door.
Right.
So we got about an acre here, but it's a development that's separated from everybody else by about a mile or two. So
Oh, nice.
it's quiet. It's our retirement home. Mike's 60.
Yeah.
So he's starting to think about retirement. And he's been working from home for 3 years. So moving out here, we didn't skip a beat.
Right.
Didn't miss a beat coming out here.
And that's amazing to be able to have the option to work from home.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's freedom in that. And, but, you know, I'm glad that you love where you're at now. I can't imagine not
Yeah.
loving where I live. Like, I've always lived here, though. I've never left this county ever. I mean, I've been here my entire life, you know? And it's a little bitty old rinky dink, literal one stop light town. There's literally one stoplight in our town and probably 30 churches. And I'm not even kidding. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's that part of the country. Yeah.
everybody knows everybody. There's literally like less than 100 seniors in a graduating class. And it's small. And, there's parts about it that you don't like and parts about it that I love. So,
Well, in Lakewood, I like being close to Denver, but I visited out here. It was kind of accidental. I just came out here to visit my aunt last March for 2 weeks, and then COVID hit in mid-March, and Denver started getting cases, and Oklahoma had one case in the entire state. And I said, "Do you mind if I stay here for a while?" And it just got worse and worse. So I'm like, I'm just going to stay out here until it gets better. So I stayed out here with my aunt for 10 weeks. And
wow.
I just fell in love with sitting on the porch, watching the sunset through the trees and playing in the garden and riding the tractor. And I'm like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is de-stressing me. This is so much less stressful than sitting at a crowded house surrounded by noise and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where all this started,
I'm
is my
happy.
little visit.
Well, and thank goodness.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't know. I'm kind of like of this. I'm of the thought that I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I'm always like at the thought of God put you where you're supposed to be when He wants you there. You know what I mean? And I just
the
kind of
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, I
Hmm.
sometimes feel like you know you have no idea until and then things just fall into place easy peasy. And I mean big decisions like you
Yeah.
just up and moving off the cuff like that. That's
I'd never lived. I mean, I moved from Florida. I lived in Florida for 2 years, unfortunately. And then I moved from there to Colorado and married Mike and moved in there and hadn't been anywhere else. So the thought of moving hadn't occurred to me until I was out here visiting Carol and got stuck out here for so long that I'm like, this is so much more relaxing.
even in the
Maybe
middle
we
of a
should look into
pandemic.
this. Yeah, who'd have thunk it? But like you said, things just fell into place. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe. We bought this house sight unseen for us, but my aunt and uncle came over and checked it out. And it was about the, oh, fourth or fifth one they looked at for us. We looked at a couple dozen on Zillow and we asked him to go check it out. And he would say, well, this one's nice, but it's not a good neighborhood. Well, this one's got termites, so don't buy it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then he came to see this one. He said, get it. We put
Get
in
it.
an offer before midnight that day and we
Wow.
got it.
That's crazy.
And a
Crazy.
month later, we're here.
That's insanity.
Well, our garage is still full of boxes, but eventually they'll get unpacked.
Yeah. I'm always like, leave them packed and just pull out of them what you need when you need it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
after
that's
a
what's
couple of
happening. If we
years,
can't find it, we go buy another one.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know where it is.
I know. Oh, it's funny. But and I mean that sincerely that I'm glad that you love where you're at now.
It's
I've
made a
never,
big difference to my mental health, that's for sure.
I can imagine. I've never lived in a big city, so I would not, I don't even, like, I've been to a lot of places. I've been to Chicago. I've been to New York a couple of times. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Florida. I've been to, um, did I say California? I don't, I've been to Chicago. I've been several different places, Utah, and all of them were big cities that I went to visit. But like none of them would I've ever imagined
You don't want to stay there.
living there as that being my home. No way.
Yeah. There's
Like I
several
remember
places
the
I've
first
visited that I
time.
don't want to stay.
I love New York City. I would go there. I love New York. And the very first time I went, the first time I got out of the like cab or whatever we were, because this was back years and years and years ago. But I mean to tell you, when I stepped out of that car, a little bitty old country girl from living between cornfields and soybean fields, stepping out in the middle of Times Square, you legit felt that energy pumping
Yeah.
through your body. And there was nothing like it. Like, oh my God, nothing like it.
Too
And
much energy.
it was insane. I mean, it was just, we were a bunch of 17-year-old kids. It was our senior trip. And just wow. I mean, can't imagine. But,
Too much for me. I like to visit, but that's it.
well,
Looks
I
like
went back to New
Phyllis.
York a few years ago for a blog conference, and I was there for a little bit shy of a week. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being there and the hustle and bustle of it all, the excitement of it. But, once I was done, I was ready to come home to my little bitty.
Hmm. The bosom of your home. Yeah, it really, you realize how comfortable it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Phyllis was asking where I am. I'm in Bixby, the south of Bixby, which is sort of southeast of Tulsa. I like the name of the town too. I like Bixby.
Yeah, I like that name too. Where is it that those people, that one family is from? Hold on, let me look. I forget what the name of that show is on
Good
TL.
night, Chantel. If I missed you, I'm sorry.
Good night. Yeah, it's 11:30, but I don't have to hop off like right this second. I was gonna look up. Wait, Heather says my dad told me the first time I went to New York City as a senior in high school to not look up at the buildings because they'll see the AC on top of your head and know you're a tourist. Oh wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I get it. I understand. I can't even tell you how many times um New Yorkers would like ask us where we were from. You know what I mean? But I do
Hmm.
have to say that New Yorkers are pretty much like very friendly people. I mean, I know there's crazy people everywhere and hateful people everywhere.
Yeah,
They just seem very, I don't know. Uh,
I've seen the nice side and the not so nice side when I was in New York. Maybe because I grew up in Delaware, which is close to Jersey, which is kind of close to New York, and you get a little bit of that attitude.
right.
I grew up with that. Yeah, Phyllis, if you know Oklahoma, my mom and dad both grew up in Tulsa. Then my grandparents moved to Owasso, and I got aunts and uncles in Broken Arrow and Okmulgee. So,
Oh, wow.
um, message me on Instagram, Phyllis.
Oh, cool. You got some new followers. You had 49. Now you got
I
55 on Instagram.
I do. Uh-oh. They probably just want to see all the old ones I did 2 years ago. Yeah, I'll
I
start
love the
putting them
picture
up.
of you and your dad. And then the one picture of the
Yeah.
penguins. I don't know if I mentioned this in a comment, but it totally. Have you ever seen the movie Happy Feet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
think Dad
love
and
that.
I watched March of the Penguins. Do you remember March of the Penguins?
Uh-uh.
Morgan Freeman. I think he was the narrator on that. It was like a National Geographic special or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just amazing how they were showing how the fathers took care of the egg and then the baby once it hatched and how they keep them warm while mom's out there getting food and leaves for like, weeks or a month on end, then comes back. Meanwhile, daddy takes care of the babies. So my dad and I had that as our thing, was the daddy and baby emperor penguin.
That's
So
so.
when I saw that drawing, I'd said for True Artist DP, I think it is. When I saw that, I just had to have it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Phyllis asked if you could post the IG link again.
Oh, sure. Hold on just a second. I've still got it pulled up here on my laptop.
Okay.
Copy.
Hey, Bev, what kind of ruckus are you talking about raising over here anyway? She's
Here you go.
threatened to come down and raise some ruckus.
I miss going to New York City. I have a quick 2-hour bus ride in from where I live. I love New York. I do. I loved it. The food was different. It was the first time I'd ever had falafel. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just so many cool things there. You know, we went to Broadway and saw Phantom of the Opera. Um, we were outside the windows for the Today Show, you know, the morning
Uh-huh.
Today
Yeah.
Show, how everybody waves. We were there for that and went to the Empire. So we just did all the things, you know. We went to Hershey,
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania, Washington,
Yep.
D.C. We got to go see where Abraham Lincoln was shot, where he died, the theater, all that. It was a very cool trip. Gettysburg, we went to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That was incredible.
Delaware was actually a great place to grow up because we were like an hour from Philly and 2 hours from New York. We were an hour from Baltimore and 2 hours from DC. So
Oh,
we're right in between all the big metro areas, but it was still real small, small town. It was a college town in Newark, Delaware, and
nice.
that's where I grew up.
Yeah,
I like being near things, but you can go visit, but you don't have to live in the middle of it. But it's easy day trip. Hop on the train and take it up to New York. I love that.
yeah,
Train day trips, those were fun.
that's cool.
Cynthia, my husband went to school in West Virginia. He's a mountaineer. Or is that what it is? I think that's what they are. Or the Terrapins, something like that. But he went to school there in West Virginia before he moved down to Dallas for a little bit before he moved to Oklahoma or Colorado. I'm getting confused between Oklahoma and Colorado a lot. I haven't quite switched over yet.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. That would be a little bit, you know. Bev says, I don't know, it'll be fun. We can get into some trouble, Sandy. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. I probably just want to sit in your yard the whole time.
Yeah, I put a picture of my from my side yard into the backyard on Instagram. I said, I'm just going to sit here and color. And she's like, okay, I'll come in and sit there. And of course, the grill was right in front of me, and Mike was going to make some ribs, which are pretty amazing. So sitting there in front of a barbecue with ribs, coloring with watching the sunset through the trees.
Oh, wow.
It was wonderful.
I'd imagine. I would imagine. Well, Heather says when Jolie gets bigger, I'll need to take her to the New York City American Girl store. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Do you
That,
ever go to Louisville,
yeah. I mean,
Jenny?
not unless I have to. Usually, like, I mean, that's like if I have to go to the doctor, that's usually where I go, you know.
Oh, okay.
Or the big hospitals, like that's where we go. Like if one of the kids gets sick, they go to Cosaires. That's the or it's called Norton's now, but it was used to be Cosaires, and it was ran by like the Shriners, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean Louisville is that's usually where we go for things like that, and
It's the closest metro area to you, isn't it? The
yeah,
closest real
if
big
I
city.
fly out somewhere, that Louisville's the closest metro, yeah, and the closest airport.
Shay, we've got some Adirondack chairs out back, and we've got them. We're going to get a patio put in. The landscaper, who I'm a little bit picky about, as you might imagine, is coming this weekend. They're going to put in a patio over there, and Mike's already got a table with chairs and umbrella ordered. But our two Adirondack chairs with the cushions are perfect right now. We just sit out there and watch the sunset. We're literally on top of a mountain. Yes, there is one mountain in Oklahoma, and we found it. So we're surrounded by trees. Our 1 acre's probably got, God, 60, 70 trees probably. They're
Wow.
all ash. They're real close. I'm like, how are we going to mow this thing with a weed whacker?
Right. I mean, that would be
Mower can't fit between the trees.
that's about the only option.
But I love it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We've got rocks outcropping on the front yard. Everything slopes down towards the side. And the backyard's huge.
Have you heard that we're supposed to have one of those cicada summers?
Yeah, I heard that. It's that year that they cycle through.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be like every 17 years or something?
Yeah, something like that. They I've seen a lot of them when I plant. A lot of times I'll run into them. They spend most of their life underground. They
Yeah.
only come out right at the very end of their life.
Well,
So
and
I've
I will randomly throughout the years and randomly see the little shells like stuck to the tree or stuck to
yeah, uh-huh.
something. But that the last time that we had the big cicada thing, they were everywhere.
And you can't go to sleep because you hear them constantly.
You can't sit outside in the daytime because they that's all you hear and your ears are literally numb and like
They start ringing.
yes, it's insane. But I mean, I don't know. Whenever I was little, I used to like find them like not the shell but the actual bug. And
Yeah,
they were always so cool. I would keep them in like jars with like I would lightning bugs.
yeah.
But yeah, I loved them. Locusts. We used to call them locusts. I don't know if there's a difference between locusts and cicadas, but
Well, my sister used to be a big bug person when we were growing up, so she would collect the cicada shells, that the skins that they leave when they shed them on top of on the sides of the trees and stuff.
mm-hmm.
I used to collect lightning bugs in a little jar, just like these dragons are in this diamond painting. That's why I got it.
I love that.
Used to walk around with lightning bugs. I grew up going camping a lot,
Yeah.
so bugs, fishing for catfish or trout. And when I was like 10 years old,
Oh yeah. I love to catfish. There's nothing like when you feel that fish on that line and you hook, you got it. You got it. And
hmm
those things, they don't even have to be very big. That can be a teeny catfish, but it feels like you're pulling a whale in.
the pond out at my aunt's place when I was staying out there last March and April and May and June. She's got a pond out there where they keep catfish, and my uncle used to catch them, and now they're just sort of letting them get pretty big. And there's some that are pretty dang big. We go out there and feed them every night at 6 o'clock when it's not winter time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my favorite thing to do was to go out there and throw the feed out there, and you see their little mouths with their whiskers popping up.
Yeah.
I got the cutest video of them doing that.
What do you feed them?
Oh, they're little pellets. It's cat food pellets that she buys at the farm store.
That's cool. They always fed them here. They would feed them cat food.
I guess you could do that. She's got a couple barn cats too,
Yeah,
and
they would
horses.
actually feed them. There's a guy that I know, and he had a big pond that people would go fish at, and he would let people feed them, but he always fed them cat food. He would just get a handful of dry cat food and just throw it out and feed them with that cat food. I'm like, I don't know if he's doing that to like make them nice and fat or what.
I don't know. They go down during the winter. They go way down. They dug out the pond so they could winter easier down at the bottom without getting too cold. 'Cause we had one heck of a cold winter. You can ask Shay and Randy about that. It
Mm.
got cold down here.
Yeah, I know. But you guys got snow even, and it got like, didn't it get like negative with the wind chill and stuff?
It did. It
Yeah,
did indeed.
very uncommon. I mean, it's
Cynthia, I'm trying
normal
to
here,
picture
but
lightning
definitely
bugs.
not normal down there.
No, it's not. Texas was out of their mind. They had no
Yeah,
idea what to do with it. But we had just moved here from Denver, so we're like, okay.
yeah, yeah. Hmm. Not too much of a trouble for you.
No, wasn't too bad. Besides,
Yeah.
I'm always hot. I'm 56, so I'm always hot. So
Yeah.
cold is not as much of a problem for me. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. Kel, I loved roly polies. I used to play with those things. I love those things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that little gray kitty that you saw, I put my arms across my chest and she'll lay there and then her head will start turning upside down.
Oh
And I
yeah.
call her roly poly because she literally, her nose will touch her butt and her back sticking straight up against my chin. And she does a total roly poly on it. I love those things.
Mm. Oh, Cynthia's talking about used to pick off the light part of the lightning bugs and put them all over her face. My nephew and some of the like the other kids in the neighborhood would take the lightning bugs and like smash them and put them like around their rings and their like a ring or a bracelet.
Mm,
And I never would do that. It always grossed me out. I was like, ew, no.
nah, that's a bit much for me. I think I prefer them in a jar with cheesecloth
Yeah.
on the top. We put them
Oh,
in the tent when we were camping. We just bring a jar in the tent with us
hmm.
at night. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's really cool when you live in the country and you like summertime comes and you're driving home late at night and you start seeing them like out in fields.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a lot. The lightning bugs are coming. They're out. It's always so cool to see them.
It's kind of nostalgic. Every time I see it, I sort of feel younger again. I just flash back to
Right.
when I used to do that as a kid and love those. So hopefully we'll have a lot more out here this summer. We'll see.
Yeah. I'd rather have way more lightning bugs than mosquitoes. Mosquitoes drive me crazy out here.
It'll be interesting to go through every season out here and see what's different. Right now we've got irises popping up and I didn't know what color they were going to be or what's here. So I'm not going to put in a garden until I'm here for a year and see what all's here first. And then we'll work around it and put some veggies in and get an
Mm.
herb garden over by the kitchen. You want to say hi again, hon? All right, Tessa. Tessa, say hi. And you hear her purring. She's purring up a storm now. Hi, hon. Yeah.
Hi.
Here comes my little assistant.
Oh, see that big eyeball. Cutie. It's so cute. What's his name?
You there, Jenny?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Something
me?
stopped.
Can you hear me?
Jenny, you're still there?
Yep. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear
She
me? Or
froze. Did I freeze too, or can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Mm. Can you hear me?
I can't hear anything, so I'm not talking.
Bev says she can hear both of
I
us.
can't hear her at all.
Hmm.
Tessa, try turning the other direction.
Can you hear me now, Shay? Or Shay. I'm sorry. Sandra. Can you hear me now?
Hi, baby. Come here.
Can you hear me now, Sandra?
Are you back?
Hello, hello, hello.
Jenny, I
Um,
can't hear anything. I don't know if you're muted or.
mm, I don't know what that noise is. Uh,
I'll feed you in a minute, hon. You just need to wait, okay? No, I see her arm froze. I'm not sure. Okay. Look, Tess.
Cynthia, we have mosquitoes. And it's not the big giant ones that you would think. I mean, you would think the big ones would be the problem, right? But it's not. It's the teeny tiny ones. They're the ones that like tear you up. Okay, let me see if she's uh see if she comes back. I kept hearing Sandra's like it sounded like it was like making a funny noise when she would talk sometimes. There the last couple minutes, so I don't know. Not sure. Okay, I think she's back. Okay, can you hear me now, Sandra?
I can.
Okay, good. I don't know what the deal was.
I don't know. You got quiet.
Yeah, see, I can hear you. It sounded like it's making like a uh I wouldn't call it an echo. It's just a weird sound every once in a while. And then when it started doing that is whenever I noticed you couldn't hear me. So I'm not sure
Like
if it's
Max
something.
Headroom, Heather said.
Yeah, exactly. Like Max Headroom, exactly.
See, now I lost you again.
Uh-oh. I think it is her. I think it's your headphones, probably.
Well, Jenny, let me log out here and you can keep it going, okay? It was great talking to y'all. I'll be back on the chat side later. Okay. Bye.
Oh, God love her. I really do think it's that. It did sound like a robot, but whenever Heather said Max Headroom, I was like, yes, definitely Max Headroom. Oh. Oh. Phyllis said she could hear us both. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if she's able to pop back in. It's about 10 till now, so I need to be hopping off anyway. But Jill says she's totally craving sushi. I'm not a sushi girl, but I know I'm hungry. Heather says she added you on Instagram, Sandra. Another glitch in the matrix, right, Kel? Oh, oh well. It was good we had her while we had her. Got this super cool new S21 Ultra phone, and I don't know how to use it. Nothing worse than having a brand new phone and having to try to figure it out, right, Jill? Ugh. There's Sandra in the chat. There she is. Ah. Did you think it was your headphones, Sandra? I don't know. It just sounded weird. It was like, bleh. It's kind of like, I felt like, who is it that does that? Elmer Fudd? That's what it sounded like, though, for real. I always say I like my sushi southern fried. Yeah, right. If I'm going to eat fish, it better be deep fried and like fried. Yes, Heather, very nice to hear the voice behind that sweet Sandra. Jill says she likes cooked sushi. Oh, you guys, it's funny. It was awesome meeting Sandra today. What a wonderful surprise and a great way to end the day, right? We all love our Sandra. I agree, Jill. I need food. I'm gonna have some food. Fish flavored crackers, Bev? Huh. Very fun, Cynthia. Very, very fun. I've never had fish, like goldfish. No, fish crackers. Okay, what is that? Sandra, you're welcome, honey. Anytime. I would love to have you come back. There's so much more we could talk about, and everybody enjoyed seeing you here. It was honestly a pleasure to have you join me, and I'm so glad that you were able to. Thank you so much for coming and being with me. And when I said it earlier about you being the tried and true friend. You really are. You are tried and true. And we all love you to pieces. So thank you for always being supportive of all of us. Thank you for always just being here. We love you. So I'm going to go ahead and hang it up, y'all, and get my stuff put away so that the husband can go to bed. Hopefully he has Joey asleep, but I doubt it. Sandra West sounds like such a movie star name. From the supermarket, from the Filipino supermarket. Shay says, Sandra, she wants you next. Oh my God. So funny. Thanks for the live. You're welcome. Thanks, guys, for coming and hanging out. Sandra, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Oh my goodness, Sandra. Thank you so much. You're too much. You're too much. Love you. But yeah, we're gonna do this again. And I got Sandra first. That's all I'm gonna say. I got her first. I love me some Sandra. All right, you guys have a great night. Be safe. Have a great rest of the week. Thanks everybody for the super chats. Thanks for all the stuff. Love you all. Bye.